What's up, Wyverns? My name is Jesse, and welcome to a video about a Pokemon theory I came up with. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is the accepted Pokemon timeline. There's the one dimension with generations 1 and 2, the next dimension with everything before generation 6, and then the other dimension with generation 6. However, my theory is there's actually a fourth dimension. This fourth dimension that I theorize there is contains the Generation 2 games. The first dimension only has the Generation 1 games. Why do I theorize this, you may ask? Well, how would you explain that in one dimension? Suddenly there are shinies when there weren't before, and suddenly Magneton and Magnemite are hit super effectively by fire moves. We learn in Generation 2 that Kanto and Johto are right next to each other. So how would we not have known about Johto in Generation 1 if it existed? On the screen right now is what I theorize the Pokemon timeline to actually look like. There's the big jump between Generations 1 and 2 that couldn't be explained unless they were in other dimensions. And there's the big jump between Generation 2 and Generation 3 that also couldn't be explained unless they were in alternate dimensions. I mean, how would there suddenly be natures and abilities? Like you send Tyranitar into battle before, nothing happened, but then suddenly if you send him into battle, sand starts blowing in your face. There are no changes between Generations 3 and 5 that can't be explained. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. The only plot hole I could find in that is the physical and special split in Generation 4. If you have any ideas of how that could happen, leave them in the comments below. The huge jump between Generations 5 and 6 also indicates a dimension change. I mean, you got the war 3,000 years ago, fairy types, mega evolution. Of course, I'm not listing off all the clues that indicate a dimension jump between Generations 5 and 6, or all the clues that indicate a dimension jump between Generations 2 and 3 in the original timeline, prior to the making of this theory. So I'll leave a link to a video explaining all that in the description below. In conclusion, I believe this timeline to be more accurate than the accepted one. I mean, you got everything changed between Generations 1 and 2, and how would you really explain that in one dimension? Please leave your responses to this theory in the comment section below. Be sure to Dragometer the like button, and subscribe to become a Wyvern in the Dragon Battalion. Until next time, Dragon Tail!